If I was a time-strapped SaaS or agency founder looking to grow my audience on LinkedIn in 2024, this is the exact three-step framework that I would follow, that all our clients at Content Army are following themselves. So the first thing you need to know about LinkedIn is that it is a commitment. You're either in or you're out. There's no in between, because the compound interest that kicks in after posting consistently is very real. So you can't decide to just test the waters posting for a couple of weeks and then just can the program. It really doesn't work like that. So don't lose faith in the process. You need to commit before you start creating. With that being said, here is the three-step framework. So number one, you need to create content. It's obvious, it's the starting point, but most people can't even get started with this. Let me explain how you should do it. So first of all, you need to understand the answers to these three questions. What problem do I solve? You need to understand this really deeply. Who is my ICP? So who are you speaking to when you're creating your ideal customer? And the third one, this is the way to get traction with your content. What differentiates my opinion from others? Now, sometimes this one comes later down the line once you find your voice, but it's really important that you do have a differentiated opinion at some point, because that is how your content really starts to gain traction. People will give you a lot of attention and you will start to attract leads from your ICP. Once you know the answers to these three questions, you want to start with a long form video recording, just an hour per month. Why? Because it's the most efficient way to create content and get mileage out of it. You don't have to splice all of the video up and create tons of long form or short form content. You can even take the transcript and turn it into text based posts or carousels. The most important thing is you time block time aside. You answer these questions that your customers ask you on a regular basis, and then you turn that content into a month's worth and start posting. And that brings us nicely onto number two, and that is you have to distribute. So many people put so much effort into the creation, but they miss a day here and there and they end up losing momentum. You have to create and distribute consistently. That means posting at a regular time, Monday to Friday, yes, 5 days per week, in order to give yourself the best opportunity to build momentum. And when I say distribute, I don't mean using a lot of AI generated comments and fake reach to boost yourself in the algorithm. That's not going to get traction, because your buyers are likely sophisticated, intelligent people, and they're just going to think that looks dumb, to be completely honest with you. But you do need to stick around, preferably for the first hour, to thoughtfully engage with the feedback that comes to your post, and that'll give you the best opportunity to push it through the algorithm. So just bear that in mind when you're planning your day, to give yourself some time to respond to comments in a timely manner. You do have to do that to improve the distribution and the reach of your posts. And the third one, this is one that every founder overlooks, but if you can really dial this in, it will give you a lot of scale in your ability to build an audience, and that is connecting with people. Now, there's two components to connecting, and it's critical in the beginning that you nail this, because it really can be set it and forget it, or at least just modifying it slightly every month to quarter. The first thing you need to do is create a list of contacts from your ICP. And you can use a tool like Sales Navigator to help you filter through. It's a really quick task. Just find a group of these people and then plug it into an automation software, something like La Growth Machine, Lemlist, HeyReach. There's tons of them around, and you're going to start gradually building a network of people in your ICP. Why do I recommend using these tools? Because it's quite cumbersome to manually sift through people. So even though you do want to connect with people in an authentic way, it just helps to do it at scale sometimes. The second pillar of connecting with people, and this is something that everybody hates doing, especially if you have to sift through a lot of crap, it's leaving thoughtful comments on your ICP's posts or even your competitors and migrating that audience back across to you. Everybody hates the doom scroll on social media. It makes you feel bad. So what I recommend doing is creating a list of target accounts, people who post consistently great content, and then going in, leaving authentic, thought-provoking comments from yourself and using that as a way to build your network and connect with others. So they're the 3 steps to growing. You need to create, you need to distribute, and you need to connect. And you need to do all 3 of those every single day, Monday to Friday. Sounds overwhelming. It sounds like a ton of work. But if you can build a robust framework around this, or you work with us at Content Army, then the consistency actually falls into place like clockwork. So make sure you execute all those 3 steps, and you will start to build an audience and generate leads from your ICP.